How was the music? I hope you're enjoying the music, the entertainment, the food so far. We still have a few more things on our plate. So as you know, I hope you know, my name is Galila, and I'm the founder and the president of Enku Scholarship Fund. So there's nothing more amazing other than seeing a group of people here for the purpose of one cause, a joint cause, a worthwhile cause. And that is to help underprivileged and high-achieving girls in Ethiopia go to university through our scholarships. A number of you know how this initiative came out, but I'll briefly tell you for those who don't already know. The initial seed of thought was planted during my first visit back home in Ethiopia a few years ago. And it was then where I encountered a young girl in the countryside who asked for a pen to use at school. What was so striking about this moment was that the girl could have asked for anything. She could have asked for money, she could have asked for food, but she desired for the resources to go to school more than anything else. I was inspired by her desire to learn, and I was compelled to help girls just like her. The reality is that there are countless girls like her with the drive to be successful and the potential to create meaningful change in our communities, but they do not have the platform and the financial resources to do so. So with this in mind, I started an initiative as a way to be able to give girls, deserving girls, the opportunity of a lifetime to change their trajectory in life for the better. As a stepping stone to new heights, a university degree will open limitless prospects for them in Ethiopia. By giving girls the resources to enroll and finish university, they will become well-educated leaders, and we can enable them to have the power to pull their families and their communities out of poverty. The more we promote this kind of sustainability, the more it'll ripple into societal and national development. With this principle at our core belief at Enku Scholarship Fund, we have come a very long way since inception. With the generous support from its donors and sponsors, Enku Scholarship Fund has sent our first scholarship recipient, to school and is planned to graduate in 2 semesters. Her name is Wubi Tespai, and she is currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in accounting and finance at Unity University in Ethiopia. We look forward to working with you again this year as we take on our next cohort of scholarship recipients. In closing, I'd like to express my sincerest appreciation for each and every one of you for coming out today and supporting this worthwhile cause. I believe that together we can change lives and open doors for many deserving girls. A special thanks to my family and friends and those who volunteered their time and efforts today, not just today, but over the past few years. Your endless support has been instrumental in the success of our events. Thank you to the Board of Directors, Diviva, Rob, Rahim, Rakaya, and of course my mother, Gannat. A huge thank you to Hirut's Restaurant for welcoming us and sharing your wonderful, beautiful space. It feels like home. And next, we'll get to know our scholarship recipients, Wubi Tespai, a little bit more. We'll get to hear her story and her mother's story, so stay tuned.
Thank you.
Killed it!
Video. Next, I would like to introduce someone very special. He's a very amazing and very selfless man. His name is Tasama Bito, and I'll just tell you a little bit about himself before he comes up. So he started the Life Scholarship, which stands for the Low Income Family in Ethiopia Scholarship Fund for Children in Ethiopia. He is a strong believer in education and has supported the Ethiopian community through education for a number of years. It's my pleasure to introduce him to the stage. Please give a round of applause for Tasama.
Good evening. Well, this is a very special and beautiful evening, and I just want to start with applauding Galila. I've seen lots of events in Toronto for the years that I lived. I've been here. I think this is my next to Brahan's event, Brahan TV's event, like 2 weeks or last weekend. This is the most beautiful and heartwarming party, and music and everything is beautiful. That said, I like to see things in perspective. I will tell you the story. In one day I was traveling from Columbus, Ohio to Toronto. I had a business trip. In that business trip, there was an American woman sitting next to me, and we started talking about business. So I was talking what I'm doing, and then she started talking about what she's doing and why she's coming to Toronto. So she was kind of interested in what I do, and she wants to sell also products. And she's also has a seminar here, and then eventually we end up talking about very, very high-tech industry activities. And with that, I do this and this and this. Eventually I'll come to that. She was kind of interested. Whatever I'm doing, I have to tell you my journey from where I come from and where I am now and what I'm doing, so that you will have perspective of everything what has happened in my, what has gone through my life. So I told her I was born in Ethiopia, in a countryside, and was trekking every single day to go to school for 2 hours with barefoot. And she was kind of interested on that story. Okay, I just want to hear more. So I tell her, well, it was kind of a struggle to go to school. And then I was able to finish. That's a long time ago. It's not, currently the schools are very kind of a little bit accessible to all the villages, but during my time, the schools are very far removed from where the parents live. So I was able to finish my elementary school until grade 6, doing that every single day. And then, the next step is going to grade 7, and from the village, from the school that I was taking with my elementary school, I have to go to high school, which is like 6 hours walking distance. Don't consider Ethiopia, I just want to tell, most Ethiopians know this, but those people, Canadians here, you have to see this in perspective. There is no public transport. Everything is measured in terms of walking distance. So the high school is like 6 hours from where I was born, or from where I finished my elementary school. So it was a trying period for me, but luckily I have my dad's distant cousin who was able to accept me to his house, and I continued my school journey. However, I had my best friend, one of my best friends. Actually, he was walking 3 hours one way to go to elementary school. Look, imagine a young age at elementary school. He did, and he was able to finish elementary school. He was a good student. Actually, he was one of competitive students. But he has to drop out of the school because he cannot afford to continue to high schools. That stuck to I was bleeding inside because I just left one of my best friends behind, and I was able to go to school because I happened to have somebody, relative, who can help my school journey. Anyway, I continued my school and went to finish and go to university. I did my university and eventually went to postgraduate programs in Europe, and finally I'm here. So one thing that makes me happy is, I don't know if I was in Addis Ababa University in 1984. So we were taking a computer program, two programs were, the two faculty programs have computer programs. That's why they call it Fortran. I was taking that course. That's the first computer program being provided at that time. And so what we do is we punch cards. I don't think you guys will remember that. We punch cards, and the computer is the size of this house. It's IBM computer. And we do not have even access to go to that computer. So there is a special window where you go and punch cards, and it's binary, it's 0 and 1. We write a computer programming language, and then we shout that punch cards, and then finally it spits out. There is only one operator who operates the machine, and there is only one professor who is also working for National Bank as well as commercial bank. He is the only Ethiopian computer programming knowledge was educated from US. So from there, then I went to Belgium for my postgraduate program, and I was able to buy the oldest computer, and eventually things have become gradually coming, and now look at this technology where we are. And now I'm working in a very strong, very throat-cutting company, and I work on high technology, of course. I just want to say I'm working for Honda of Canada Manufacturing, and I'm working on new model side. So every time when we work on that activity, people from all over the world, I would rather say, there are Chinese, Africans, Japanese, Canadians, everybody is working for the same purpose, building a quality car. I became part of that, and then I see how things become competitive, and I just, with that perspective, I say, what the heck is happening in Ethiopia? Why are we fighting to each other, the same people, while the whole world is competing to each other to this kind of activity and trying to progress? And anyway, that's perspective, and that's my school journey. And since then, I always remember that my best friend that was left behind, and then I said, I have to do something about kids that have the best mind, but they are not able to continue their school journey because of their economic challenges. So I started with some of my friends, and that program started 15 years ago, 2004. Since then, we call it Life Scholarship or Low Income Family Ethiopian Scholarship. Since then, we have supported more than 3,500 kids. Now there are doctors, engineers, and I have been crying. I have been going and visiting schools every time, and I don't have the videos, but every time I go there, when I hear their story, I always come crying myself. And then their success story, it makes me happy. So I do that because I went through this experience myself. Why is Galila doing that? This is what makes Galila special. I saw the extent of the problems there, and I'm trying, well, besides that, I have to give back. That's where my roots are. But she went, and it so happens that she was able to see that kind of kids that could have gone to the sky high, but because of their economic challenges, they couldn't continue school. And I really want to applaud Galila for what she's doing and what she has been doing. And this couldn't have happened without the support of her parents as well. I would like to say, congratulations, Galila's parents. You have brought up such a wonderful and beautiful girl, and God bless you. And finally, I know what kind of challenge this activity is. Asking for money is very, very difficult. And it so happened, well, my project has Canadian charity organization, which I'm a board member as well as treasurer. Through that, I have access to many Canadian people that are supporting my projects. So every year I was able to do that, but please be consistent. It's not just you come here and support her just this year. Everything is fine, but do it every year. Make it ritual. Every year you come here, enjoy, because this Saturday you would have spent somewhere else, anyways, or watching television or whatever. The money you spend here is very valuable. I have never ever seen a person